Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're playing Superstar STAYC, gonna go over the August 29, 2024 updates, where really there's not a lot going on for what feels like the third week in a row, but if you check out the events banner, there is an announcement that the Chuseok event is coming soon, and that likely means we're gonna be getting a new collection event, new things in the shop, possibly an event to earn additional resources like diamonds, RP, or additional cards, so be on the lookout because in the next week or so, there will be a ton of stuff dropping in the game. With that being said, let's move on to the next thing, which is a new original event theme for Metamorphic in Fancy Car. Now, just as a heads up again, just like last week, this is an original event, meaning that it's going to be very difficult to collect this set outside of its banner. So if you really like this theme, by all means, now is the time to go for it, especially if you want the prism set of it, because again, I don't know when it's coming back, and I don't think these are selectable using the card selectors outside of the banner itself. So this is what the theme looks like, and I'm pretty sure it's for the fan meeting that's coming up, for the 3rd annual membership that drops. So if you really like this set, by all means, now is the time to go for it. But looking at the banner itself, so again, STAYC is a 6-membered group, and in these games, 6-membered groups have a limited period point reward of an R-grade card selector for 250 points, and again, R-grade card selectors are really good because you can select the member you want, and you can select if the card is prism or not. So remember that prisms give you about a 10% bonus in score, so having the ability to select a prism is very, very good, especially since the standard banner, it's very rare to get a prism, so I really love the R-grade card selectors for helping complete sets, get prisms, and all of that stuff. Moving on into the next thing, there is the profile set. For $10, you're going to get a profile picture of every single member. Then we have the starter package, which for $7.50 gets you 100 diamonds and 1 A-grade prism card. And this, once again, is going to be the best deal in my opinion, being able to get you a guaranteed prism as well as 100 diamonds for a pretty fair price. So if you want to invest in the prism set for this particular set, I do really like the starter package. Moving on into the next thing, there is the celebration package, which is only available for basically about one more day, which gets you an A-grade prism card, a card pack 30, as well as 70 diamonds. Now, last week I talked about this in my video. They messed up this banner where it originally showed 2 A-grade prism cards as well as a premium pack 10, but what they told me in my email is that they wouldn't basically be able to help me even though it was advertised wrong, because if you hit the magnifying glass, if you check what's inside, that is what you're gonna be getting. So just as a heads up, even though it shows this one random premium pack 1 with a limited theme tag on it, it's not in the actual description of the product, so you will not be getting it, and Dalcom will do nothing in order to help you in case you buy it on accident, or if you expect the premium pack 1, or at least that's what happened in my experience. So really keep that in mind. If you're about to buy into a package, hit the magnifying glass just to make sure what you're getting is in there, because that is what they're gonna say when you email them asking about anything along the lines of like, oh, it's different than what the picture had. So just giving you a heads up to my experience from last week. Moving on into the next thing, there is going to be the special package, which for $22.99, or basically $23, gets you 2 A-grade Metamorphic Fancy cards, as well as a premium pack 10 and 50,000 RP, as well as 50 points. Now, we're continuing on this trend where basically they reduced the number of points on the special package. It used to be 75 and now it's 50, and that's a huge drop considering that the price hasn't changed at all. So if you really want to save, totally understandable. Hopefully they'll fix this. Hopefully in future banners they'll bump it back up to 75, because being down by 25 points is a lot. On to the next thing, there is the limited premium pack 10, which is going to be basically what most people pull on when you're using your diamonds. So for 150 diamonds, you get a premium pack 10, a ×2 chance for prism, as well as 25 points. Now, some people might have questions about the math on this, so I did a little bit of math in order to help out. So if we look at the drop rates, because again, you can always check this out, and I always recommend doing it if you don't know what your odds are. So when you pull from this pack, each card has basically about a 7% chance of being the limited theme, in this case, the fancy car theme. So let's say you're trying to get the card. So first thing I want to point out is that there is a 66% chance that a card is going to be B grade. So even if you get a limited theme, there's a 66% chance that it's going to be B grade. And remember that mission events require that the cards be A grade or above in order to complete. So that's already kind of like the first hurdle right there. The second hurdle is going to be actually getting the cards. So 7% chance that each card you get can potentially be one of these cards. So let's say you're pulling for packs. The first pack, there's only a 52% chance that you're going to get a limited theme. So I did the math, each card, 7% each. That's a 52% chance that you're going to get the limited theme. Let's say you missed out on the first one, didn't get anything. By the second pack, there's only a 76% chance. So basically 1 out of 4 people after spending 300 diamonds will have gotten nothing. The third pack has an 89% chance that at least you'll get one card if you hadn't gotten it from the first 2 packs. That means 1 out of 10 people after 450 diamonds wouldn't have gotten anything. So no B grade, no A grade, no nothing. All right, let's push it a little bit further. Let's say by that 4th pack, you got nothing, no limited cards, and you're hoping that this is the pack. There, at that point, it's a 95% chance. So even after 4 packs, even after 600 diamonds, 1 out of 20 people will have still not gotten a limited theme. That's how stacked these odds are against you. I really think they need to bump this up, especially if they're going to increase the how difficult it is in order to get the limited period point reward, because this is crazy. Because even after those 4 packs, let's say you're the 1 out of 20 and you still haven't gotten any limited theme, you're still 150 points away from the selector. So it's really difficult to collect sets in Metamorphic so far, because they've done this weird new format for it, and I really don't like it. So remember that these used to be 30 points each rather than 25, so it only used to take 9 pulls to get to the point reward versus 10. So I really think that this is not a good quality of life thing going on, and I really hope they convert it back to where the special package is 75 points and the limited premium pack 10 is 30, because honestly the points are basically made up, so they can change it to whatever they want, and hopefully they'll do it for the benefit of the player. Alright, moving on into the mission event. So really standard mission event, where mission 1 is to play the song and get the score. Mission 2 is to collect every single member as A grade or above, as well as 2 prism cards. And then mission 3 is just to play the songs and get free RP. And for all of that, you're going to get this really awesome wallpaper, and I think this wallpaper looks really cool. Like when I was looking at it yesterday, I was like, okay, Yoon is the camera person, Jay is making the sets, Seun's the director, I think Aiza's supposed to be like an actress, and like Suin is supposed to be like the screenwriter, and I think that Seun is supposed to be the person that kind of like helps the director direct things around, does like the whole alright, cut, next scene, all of that. So I really like this set, I really like this theme, and I am gonna try and go for it. But again, mission 2 is very difficult, because I have no control over how many A grade cards I'm gonna be able to get unless I spend actual money, and that can get very expensive. Now, just as a reminder for mission 1, in case you're coming back after quite some time of not playing, if you hit the Ready Up tab and check out the Metamorphic album, you can use whatever set that you want in terms of your cards. So let's say you got like a set from way back before this event. They're not doing the event locked thing for the song, so you can use any set that you want, making mission 1 a lot easier. But again, I would rather have mission 2 be easier than mission 1. Alright, with that being said, I did buy 1 pack, as you saw from my 25 points that I had there. So let's see if I hit the 52% chance to get a limited theme, or if I'm part of the 48% that didn't get anything. Okay, actually this is pretty good, but also sort of not good, because we did get 2 cards, which was very unlikely, but they're both B grade. So if we check out the mission events again, it doesn't help at all with mission 2, and upgrades are not included. So even if I got another one of those cards, or even if I upgraded it to an A grade card, that still wouldn't help out complete mission 2. But if you're collecting, it still does feel pretty good. I still stand by those odds, because math is math. And again, there was only a 52% chance that I'd get 1 card. I'm sure this odds are even less, maybe like 25% that I would have gotten 2. But again, neither of them were A grade, so looking to complete the mission events, but it doesn't help too much there. So really just keep that in mind. It's all odds, and you can actually do the math for it. Alright, moving on into the next thing, we have a restock in the live theme package, We Pop It. Now, I went over this last week, but just as a quick reminder, this does cost a lot of diamonds in order to buy, and it does cost a lot of money if you're going to just pay straight up with money. But these do affect your score for every single song, so think about it as additional points to every single song, and that does matter if you're trying to rank up, because remember that if you rank up, it does actually increase the amount of RP that you get per song in that weekly RP play bonus. So just keep that in mind. Ranking up is actually pretty good because you get more RP, and that means down the line you are making more out of your time. So really keep that in mind when it comes to live themes. I think they're worth it, but I do think they are very, very expensive. Moving on to the next thing, the Fireworks Fest membership offer. Now, at this point, this is definitely not worth buying because you don't get compensated for all the days that you missed. So if you look at the Diamonds package, there's only about like 6 collections remaining, 5 days, 13 hours. Those are 200 diamonds a piece, as well as the original 700 that you get for buying it. So that is a lot less than expected at, I believe it is 1900. So 200 times the remaining 6 collections plus 700. Yep, 1900 diamonds for $65 basically, which comes out to a ratio of 29 diamonds to the dollar, and that's really, really bad. So just as a reminder, do the math. This one totally not worth it. Moving on into the next thing, we do have a stereotype limited theme restock in Sometimes. Now remember that these don't come with a mission event, so there's no additional wallpaper to get or anything like that, but it does bring back the limited period point reward as well as the packages in case you really wanted this set. Then by all means go for it. Or let's just say you have like 5 out of 6 prisms, you need that last one, the R grade card selector is going to help you get there. So if you really like this theme, by all means go for it. And last thing to talk about here is the currency star pass. So we have a new star pass and the currency star pass, and generally I like currency star passes. So as long as you complete all the tiers and stuff like that, as long as you keep doing your pass missions every day, basically for $12 you're gonna get 500 diamonds, and that gives you a ratio of about 41.6 diamonds to the dollar. And again, a good ratio is about 40 to 36 diamonds to the dollar, so this is actually pretty good. And if you do need diamonds, if you need the RP, just make sure you collect all of this. The RP is going to be free, but the 500 diamonds is going to be that $12, which really isn't so bad. Again, that ratio is about 41 to 42 diamonds to the dollar. Alright, with that being said, again, I did say I am going to collect the set, so first things first, let's go to the event here. Let's see what our free A grade card is. I think I'd be okay if I didn't get everyone as Prism. So we got a Siyun card, which again, we already got one as a B grade, but it's nice to get the A grade because then we also get another B grade, hoping that it's going to be a different member here. Alright, we got the Siyun, let's go. Okay, so we got 3 members so far. Let's try and get the Sumin, the Aiza, and the Yoon. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can get. Now, again, unless you really like the wallpaper, I don't recommend pulling because sometimes there are raffles involved, so just keep that in mind. I just really like this set. Alright, so this is that pack where I hit the 48% chance that I didn't get anything here. So the odds of me getting a new card this time around is going to be, well, it doesn't increase to 76%, but in order to, like, when you combine the 2 packs. Alright, so we got the A grade Yoon. Let's go, let's go. Okay, 300 diamonds down, 2 members left to go. We need the Sumin and the Aiza. Let's go. 48%? Ah, it is the 48%, unfortunately. Alright, on to the next pull. So this time it's a 76% chance that we get something. No, okay, so now we move on to the 3rd pack. So this was 1 of 4 chance that I wasn't gonna get anything. So now we're at, after 3 packs, we're at 89% chance that hopefully this is something. Is my inventory full? Ah, yes, the inventory is full. All right, so let's get rid of the B grade and below. Let's actually make sure we lock up the limited event. So this video is going to run a little bit long because we are doing pulls. Let's lock that up. I think the J card. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and lock up the metamorphic stuff, because this can still be used for like level ups for like other things down the line. So I'm gonna hold on to these for now, especially for like birthdays and stuff. All right, so let's get rid of our extra B grade cards, and here we go, our premium pack 10. So we're hoping for an Isa or a Sumin. Ah, we got another Siyun. Okay, okay. All right, so I did forget to check the mission events because we did get an A grade Yoon. So basically after all those diamonds, think about it, right? We only got 2 A grades after all of that. That's how difficult this banner is. All right, we're hoping for a Sumin or an Isa. Oh, we got another Yoon. Okay. Difficult banners, really difficult banners. Okay. Here we go. Let's see who we can get. If we can get someone. Alright, so we're really hitting a streak of not getting anything, which feels really bad. So I hope you take this as a lesson for how difficult these metamorphic sets are actually getting. Alright, if we go back to the inventory, let's get rid of all the extra B grades. And I think this will be my last pull for now. Oops, I got rid of a metamorphic card. That's okay. Alright. Hoping for a Sumin or a Yoon. Let's go. Oh, no, we got the Yoon, but we also got the Isa. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so this is a good example of what happens when you do these pulls, is that, again, you get a ton of B grades. The odds of you getting, like, something that's A grade or above is pretty slim already, and even though I got this R grade Yoon, which is really nice, I already had the A grade Yoon, so I don't get an additional card, and the R grade doesn't even really matter because the score you can use like the older sets. So because I have this R grade Yoon at like R11 already, like this R grade Yoon that I got for the new set doesn't really count for anything. So just keep that in mind. It does help with leveling up and all that, but it doesn't really help you get anywhere. Alright, so if we go back to the shop, I can do one more pull, and then again, I'm basically out of diamonds at that point. Or I'm basically out of inventory space at that point. Alright. So, really hoping for a Sumin card. Doesn't matter if it's A grade or B grade, I just want the set. Oh, we got another Yoon. Alright, y'all, so hopefully that is a good lesson on what happens when you try and pull for these sets. Again, I sunk, I think it was like, about, I want to say about like 1,250 diamonds, and that's what I got from it. So in terms of the collection, no prisms. So again, mission 2, very, very difficult to complete. But even after all of that, I still ended up with like 5 of the 6 members, which is pretty good because then I can just use the selector in order to get the Sumin. But again, no prisms, so remember that prisms are indeed better for this game because you get about a 10% bonus in score, and it does actually make a difference when it comes to leveling up. But if you're a collector, again, by all means, do what you want. Just keep in mind, this is like an example of what could happen. So 3 of the members I have are still only B grade. I have no means of leveling them up, and even if I did, it wouldn't even count towards the actual A grade card. So, with that being said, that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.